What is up? It is your favorite PE teacher / wrestling coach that exists on YouTube. And if there's another one out there that you think is better, just stop watching now. Just stop. So, this video is going to be called Nobody Cares Work Harder. And the point of this video is to talk about my t-shirt, Nobody Cares Work Harder. I just want a little backstory about it. I wore it today, and someone at work said something about it, and we're just kind of laughing, and it kind of led to another story. I didn't get a chance to tell them, but I was like, oh, this is great content I can give out. So last year, 2019 football season, Lamar Jackson, quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, I seen online he wore this. He had this shirt at his post-game press conference, and I'm not a Lamar fan. He's a good player and everything. I thought last year the media hyped him up way too quickly before anything even happened. They were already praising him and anointing him and whatnot. And they've done that him more than Patrick Mahomes, who I think is a way better quarterback. I think the guys take to Lamar more than Mahomes. Guys being the rest of the league, they would vote on who's the best player, and Lamar Jackson was in first and Mahomes was like in fourth after Mahomes threw like 60 touchdowns and 5,000 yards in a year. And Lamar hadn't done anything. So, or he had a good season, I should say, right? No, when they voted him, I forgot what the reason. There was only 8 games in the year, and he was having a pretty good season. Whereas Mahomes had the year before, he had that 5,000-yard season, and then he was rolling a little bit. So, but I like this shirt. I really like this shirt. I like the message of it. He explained it. I mean, I'm going to explain it more because apparently it's confusing to people who don't play sports. So last year, I bought this shirt online. I wore it to work. I'm a PE teacher, right? And a lot of kids liked it. A lot of kids found it either funny because they just laugh right away because just nobody cares. Work harder. And some kids really liked it. Like they were like a couple kids. I don't think I can say names, but this one kid, he was an 8th grader last year. He's a basketball player. He wasn't the best basketball player. Wasn't the greatest student. He cared more about other things in school than about school. How he looked, his reputation and stuff. But when he saw my shirt, he told me, Mr. Lucio, that's awesome. I like your shirt, And for some kids to say that, it's a very big thing. I was like, oh, thanks, man. It's cool. But he liked playing basketball. So as an athlete, I think he understood what it meant because he was on the basketball team at the school and he was coached by the other PE teacher. So what does the shirt mean? Nobody cares work harder. So the thing is, in the school, so my principal see me wearing it, and she didn't really like it. She didn't hate it at all, but she was very... She, I guess, didn't like how it could come off, basically. And she didn't really tell me anything. I could just tell. She said something, and it was just kind of like, this is not the worst shirt. There's nothing wrong with it. But obviously she didn't like the shirt. But she didn't tell me not to wear it. She just didn't like it, right? So then some people didn't like it. Some people liked it. A lot of teachers actually liked it. A lot of them. And when I told them what happened, they were like, really? I thought you would like it. But I could see, if you don't know me very well, my principal did know me, but, we're not friends or anything like that. The other other teachers in my school, they know me personally. We have casual conversations. Every other conversation's about work. One's about work, 2 are about whatever's going on, right? Because we just shoot the breeze and catch up. So the shirt is nobody cares work harder, as in, so he's wearing it as an NFL player. No matter what, he has an injury, this is going on. At the end of the day, when it comes to getting results in your sport, nobody cares, right? I'll give you a story. So this guy who graduated from my high school is a guy I look up to. He's a great coach. He was a great wrestler. He was the best wrestler that my old high school's ever had. He's one of the best wrestlers in the history of Illinois wrestling. This guy was he's up there, right? He won city, state, and nationals his senior year, undefeated. I've gotten the chance to coach next to him a little bit. He taught me a lot. And the reason why I bring him up is because his senior year, he got the flu, from what I understand. And he was puking, and he was sick. He was so sick that the state tournament, they call you down by weight classes. So they'll say 106, 112, 138. Back then it was 130, 135, 140, 145, 152, 160. And they call you, and you come down to the mat. So they'll call like 4 weights at a time. They'll come down, and they move throughout there's a square. You start this one, then you move to this one, then you move to that one, then you move to that one. Or, you stay in your square, they check you, they weigh you, 106s go into the tunnel, you weigh in. The 112s move here, the 119s move here, the 125s move here, then 130, then, it's kind of like that. So they called him in. He wrestled 160. He was so sick when he weighed in, they were like, you're in the wrong weight class. 145's over there. He's like, no, I'm 160. I'm blah, blah, blah. And they checked him. Oh, he was so sick. He was literally like easily 10, 15 pounds underweight. 15 pounds at least underweight. And he ended up winning state. He wrestled 6 matches, I think, the first day. So the first day he was really sick, and he probably felt a little bit better. But overall, you're sick. And if you've ever wrestled, even for 30 seconds at a wrestling practice, you know how exhausting it is. Now think about the time you had the flu. You can't do anything. You can barely use the bathroom. Like, if you give into it, like 99.9% of people do, is okay, I'm sick. This guy was wrestling full-on matches with the best wrestlers in the state and won the state tournament. And then to do that, is nobody cares work harder. Nobody cares that you're sick. Everyone's happy that you're sick. No one cares that you're sick. No one cares that you're underweight. No one cares that you feel like garbage in the room spinning. What are you going to do about it? And I always admired that about him. I admired that about a lot of athletes. I always compare him to my friends. I compare him to like Michael Jordan, basically, of wrestling, this guy. Like, you think of Michael Jordan, the flu game, right? Or whatever. Food poisoning now, they're calling it. Yeah, that he got sick, he was puking. You can see the video of him just like he's sick as a dog, and he's throwing up, and he plays. But a lot of players do this, and those are the famous stories, but it happens all the time. We've all played sick or played through an injury or wrestled through an injury. Fighters fight through stuff all the time, and that's what the shirt's about, is that nobody cares work harder, as in not that nobody cares about you, that nobody cares about your feelings. That's a big thing in school now, is everyone's about their feelings, and I get it. That's a whole nother video. But what I'm saying is, yeah, like, nobody cares, as in no one's going to stop. The world's not going to stop because you're sick. I can't do this. It's a big wrestling match. Can we wait till next week? No, the wrestling meet is today, is right now. What are you going to do about it? And when you're at a meet, or you're at a football game or a basketball game, once you're there, you can't turn it up. You can't be like, I'm feeling sick today, now let's turn it up. You have to have that mentality all the time. Every time I practice, you feel like taking a break, you don't take a break. Every time you want water, you don't drink water. Every time you want to eat something you're not supposed to eat, you don't eat it. It's about staying disciplined and doing that every day. When it comes for those moments, that's when, nobody cares work harder comes in. Am I like that? I used to be when I was in high school. I'm not so much anymore. I'm very undisciplined. It's something that I hate, something that I work every day. I fight, and I try to get back to that way, and it's very hard for me, but it's a battle that I like doing every day, every week, every hour, trying to get better. But this shirt, nobody cares, work harder. I like wearing it. I like seeing people's reactions to it, because, when people react or say things, it really says more about them. If another wrestler sees this shirt, they're like, props. They just give it a look. Another football player sees this shirt, they're going to know. But people who are a little too sensitive, or, have excuses for everything, they're going to see this and be like, that's so mean. It's like, no, it's not. It really isn't. And some students might have seen this as being mean. But my students, I always tell them, if you ever have a question, you can ask me. If you think this is mean, tell me. And I should have said that to them more. No one really did. All the kids who liked it. Some kids found it funny. They're like, you don't care about the kids? I'm like, no, that's not what it means. And I would tell them. And they're like, oh, I'm like, in wrestling practice, or in baseball when you're tired, or in football when you're exhausted, the other guy's still going to come. The other person's still going to try and beat you. They don't care, So that's kind of where it is. It's not exact words. Nobody cares, work harder. Like, as students, if a student can't read very well, nobody cares, work harder. Teachers care. We care, right? Obviously. Or else we wouldn't be, teachers. Or at least we wouldn't be good teachers, I should say. But that's the thing, is it's not what it means. It's more of a sports thing. And even if, an athlete puts this into their life, like if they have trouble reading or math or social studies or science, and they don't get it, sitting there feeling sorry for yourself is not the answer. That's what it means. Nobody cares. No one's going to just magically do help. You got to want the help. Then the tutors are there. Then, you can use the resources. There's some quote, a teacher appears when a student wants to learn. And that's the thing, is that, when you want to work harder, things open up. Then people do care, actually, if you work harder. You'll have coaches, you'll have training partners, you'll find people. The best wrestlers I've ever had have always worked hard. They wrestled through injuries, they've cut weight, they've wrestled through a lot of BS stuff that happens in their life. They have problems at home, they have problems with school, but wrestling's their only getaway. I've had some kids wrestle through some stuff, and I've always respected them for it. And I think this will be good for wrestling t-shirts. Actually, I might make that a thing for my kids that wrestle for me. But yeah, so that's it. That's what I have for today. What do you guys think of this shirt? Do you guys feel like that? Do you guys think it's too mean? Think I should wear it at school, or I shouldn't wear it at school? Should or shouldn't? I do. I do like wearing it. I think it sends a message. And the kids who know me, though, the kids who have me know how I am. So when they see it, they pretty much get it, because they know I care about school. They know that's not what it means. It means like we gotta get after it. They see me stay after school and help them out. They see me give my extra time. I've had kids email me when I left my old school, and they were really sad, and they're like, "You're a very hard worker, and I hope you take that to your other school. The kids are lucky to have you, but we're the best students." So it's a little bit of both. So that's why I'm a little hesitant at my new school to wear it on camera. Today I wore it, but we didn't have kids today. It was just teachers, so it was a little easier that way. But yeah, what do you guys think? What are some slogans you guys like to live by, or some of your favorite slogans on t-shirts that carry a big part of who you are, and that when you show it to the world, you feel good about it? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys following me. I follow my coach's Instagrams, my business one, at coach_Waitford_T. And if you're watching this on Instagram, follow me on YouTube at Coach T. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Peace.